Hello, my name is Cassidy, and I am a youth activist from Michigan and a senior at Wayne State University in Detroit, where I study political science and public affairs. And for the past year, I've been a fellow with the Michigan Democratic Party. And today I wanted to talk about reproductive rights, which encompasses safe and legal abortions, contraception, healthcare, education, sexual healthcare, education. Abortion is a medical process to end a pregnancy, whether through medication such as Plan B or surgery. And it is a crucial healthcare option for those who choose not to continue with a pregnancy. The history of reproductive rights has changed significantly over time, with abortion often at the center of discussions about women's autonomy, health. An important moment was the U.S. Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade in 1973, which recognized a woman's right to choose, but this case was unfortunately overturned in 2022. Activists from past generations fought hard for access to contraceptive and reproductive health care, and those people really paved a way for today's advocates, such as myself, who continue to fight for reproductive justice. A great example of a women's rights activist is Ruth Bader Ginsburg, when she was in the U.S. Supreme Court as a justice, she was involved in important cases that helped expand women's rights. She challenged unfair laws and just altogether supported access to reproductive health care. Her legacy inspires a new generation of activists working for reproductive justice. Currently, right now, reproductive rights are facing many restrictions across the U.S., especially regarding abortion access, healthcare. The overturning of Roe v. Wade has led to protests and heated debates all over the country. A well-known example of a protest within the U.S. is the Women's March on January 21st. 2017, right after Donald Trump's inauguration. Millions of people across the country came together to support women's rights, reproductive rights, and just oppose harmful policies altogether. The event led to an ongoing activism that continues to happen every year, showing how many people very much care about this issue, and issues regarding gender equality. Reproductive autonomy is very important to many people, meaning people can decide about their bodies without pressure and interference from the government. Access to safe abortion is, to me, a basic human right and allows individuals to make informed choices about their health between themselves and their doctor, their provider. We need to change the negative views around abortion and recognize it as a common medical procedure that is vital for many of people's health. Safe and accessible health care, including abortion, just allows people to have more autonomy over their bodies. A lot of politicians use harsh language when talking about abortion, saying that it's killing babies, and they shy away from just discussing it as a healthcare and a women's rights issue. Many people stereotype those who seek abortions as irresponsible or indifferent to their pregnancies, overlooking the complex and personal health-related reasons behind people's decisions to get an abortion. When individuals can decide if and when to have children, they can focus on things like their education and personal goals without stress of an unintended pregnancy. This control is crucial for promoting social and economic equality and helping everyone fully participate in society. Gen Z is in a great, myself, I am Gen Z as well, is in a great position to create change because of their commitment to social justice, tech skills, and willingness to change the norms. Social media has helped a lot of youth activists by providing a platform for organizing and sharing information. And campaigns like March for Our Lives show how young people can influence public policy surrounding issues. March for Our Lives was a youth-led movement in 2018 in response to the tragic shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. And the movement aims to advocate for gun control and prevent gun violence, particularly in schools. And it just highlights and showcases how Gen Z has the momentum and is able to make great change. We need to combat myths about abortion, and we need to do this by education and having open discussions about human rights, reproductive rights, and we need to reduce the stigma of people getting an abortion. I, of course, use TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the social medias, Snapchat. What else we got? Those platforms are powerful tools for raising awareness. Going viral and hashtags like My Body, My Choice has motivated many people to get involved in discussions about reproductive rights and has helped organize protests and activism. Social media has allowed people to share their experiences with others, making connections, and it really amplifies this collective voice. When you stay silent around reproductive rights, it keeps amplifying stigma and fear when you don't talk about it. And it makes it hard for people to find information and support when people choose to be silent on an issue. This is why I like to encourage open conversations, with my peers, other young people, because I think it's important to be a safe space and create safe spaces for people who, are going through issues and help them address, and talk about things that they are going through pertaining to, reproductive rights and abortion. I think altogether we need a more accurate sex education. I mean, what they talked to us about in high school, personally, for me, was definitely not enough. I think we need to have more conversation about body autonomy and abortion, reproductive health, and your bodies are such a complex thing. I don't really think that we could fully understand what our whole reproductive system is in a couple weeks in a health class. I think people need to be much more informed about their bodies, themselves, and other people's bodies, and just better sex education, I think, would benefit everyone. You can support if you agree and you want to support organizations like Planned Parenthood, I think that's great. I think donations, volunteering, just even sharing messages on social media, like I mentioned, can amplify such a voice. And also, voting, getting involved, like supporting candidates like Kamala Harris, who has definitely shown that she supports reproductive rights. As a member of Gen Z, I think it's vital for all of Gen Z to share their opinion on these issues. as these problems and things that we're voting on directly impact our futures. I have hopefully a long future ahead of me, and I could be such an important voice in making change on how I would like to see the future be. And so I very much try to engage my peers. I'm always talking about voting and access to reproductive rights. Just because, like I said, I think Gen Z is very crucial in these conversations. I use social media, like I mentioned as well, to be my tool for a lot of my activism. Just number one, it's convenient, and like I mentioned too, I think it's important to meet people where they are, and I'm trying to meet Gen Z, so most of Gen Z is on social media, so I think it kind of makes sense that that would be one of the first places I try to devote my time to speaking and using it as a tool for activism. I want to really amplify these young voices just because it's so important, you know what I mean? A lot of people, even if you're just turning 18, it's your first year voting, I don't think people realize how important their voices are. And over these past couple months, doing different activisms, digital democracy defenders, and things I've been doing with the Michigan Democratic Party, I very much feel like I found my voice, and I feel a lot more comfortable and confident sharing things that I believe in. And I think it's very important for the rest of my peers to feel that same way, that they can share how they're feeling, what their opinions are, and know that people are listening, know that people, want to talk about these issues, these critical things that are going on, like gun violence and reproductive rights and just the housing market. There's so many issues that Gen Z are facing, and I just want my Gen Z peers to know that it's important that you talk about it. Very important. I think everyone, like I said, everyone has a role in fighting for justice, fighting for what they believe in. And I think together, if we keep talking, that we can make a future, or we have great reproductive rights where we don't feel like our rights for women's health are being attacked. And I feel like hopefully in the future our society values and protects reproductive justice for all, and I hope for our future we find a solution to gun violence happening in schools. I'm a very optimistic person, and I like to think that if you just keep trying, something good will happen. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk, and I hope you look at all of our other TED Talks that will be posted on our YouTube channel, the Blue Crew YouTube channel. The Blue Crew is like a Gen Z affiliate with the Michigan Democratic Party, and so I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope you check out some of my colleagues' story, fellow Blue Crew members. I'm sure they're going to have great stories as well, and thank you for listening.